Okay, I think we're good. Everything looks to be good. Hey everyone, it's Alexander the Real Mr. Robinson. Welcome to YouTube or Twitch, depending on where you're watching this. I'm forgoing the countdown. I'm forgoing the countdown because for some reason the countdown screen is not working. So I'll try to get that fixed for next week with Infinity War and Endgame. Well, yeah, we're seeing some people in the chat right now. Gzilla100 says, so the Snyder Cut was actually good. It was, but it ain't a masterpiece. I feel like there's a lot of people out there. I mean, maybe they were the people in the released the Snyder Cut camp, and hey, God bless them. They got the movie they wanted, but I don't think it's great at all. There's a lot of problems with it. But it's still, all things considered, I think it was a good movie. I literally recorded my review an hour before starting this watch party, and I am literally running on only 4 hours of sleep because I woke up. I talk about this in the review, but tried to get some sleep because last night I had a pretty bad headache. I'm fine now, but I ended up waking up middle night, like 2 o'clock in the morning. Hello, Miss Tyson. And was like, you know what? I'm awake. Might as well just watch Zack Snyder's Justice League for 4 hours, and then I will just start my day afterwards. So that's how I got into that situation. And I should have my review for the Snyder Cut up tomorrow. I know a lot of people are probably on that Snyder Cut high right now, but I've been playing this watch party for a while before the release date for the Snyder Cut was announced. So we are doing Thor Ragnarok, the movie that kicked the theatrical Justice League's ass at the box office in November of 2017, literally the same month of the same year. Yeah, we're just gonna just want to welcome everyone else. William Clark, hello. It's Quantate. I'm doing good. Abomination 2008. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, but you do not follow me on Twitch, that is twitch.tv/TheRealMrRobinson. I stream every Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, except for this weekend, because I've been so overwhelmed with movie reviews. There's a good chance that my job will start opening back up within a couple months, so I need to mentally prepare for that. And just working on all the Patreon stuff. I am taking this weekend off from Twitch, so unfortunately there will be no streams this weekend. I'll be back next weekend with video game streams, but right now I just need to take a break this weekend and just relax, especially after watching the Snyder Cut in the middle of the night. But don't worry, I'll still be streaming Tuesday and Thursday next week for the last two Avengers films as of now. Gzilla100 says, now there's one more big movie we're waiting for, Godzilla vs. Kong. Well, there's a lot more to look forward to, but that's probably the big highlight for me. What is your occupation, says Abomination 2008. I work at Universal Studios Hollywood, the studio tour. So, and Disneyland announced that they're going to be reopening April 30th. So we probably will be seeing a similar opening date. I don't know. I know as much as the general public, as in practically nothing in terms of an opening date. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, if you follow me on Twitch but you do not subscribe to me on YouTube, that is my main hub of entertainment, movie reviews, and other forms of entertainment. Yesterday, I put up a review for Disney's The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad, the last movie in the package era. Tomorrow, I'm going to have my review up for Zack Snyder's Justice League, and sometime this weekend, either Saturday or Sunday, even though I'm not streaming on Twitch, I will be putting up a review for Falcon and the Winter Soldier Episode 1, which airs tonight. But I don't think I can stay awake because I'm really tired. I'm exhausted, but I think I have enough strength to do this Thor watch party. If y'all want to like what I'm doing with either YouTube or Twitch and you want to help support financially, you can go to patreon.com/TheRealMrRobinson. And if you pledge $3 and above, you get exclusive content like TV episode reviews In terms of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I'll be doing a spoiler-free review for that episode on YouTube for the public. But on Patreon, I'll give you guys a more detailed, in-depth review. So again, that's at the $3 tier. If you can't support financially, that's totally fine. Just following me on Twitch or subscribing to me on YouTube is good enough. Godzilla vs. Kong, Mortal Kombat, and Space Jam are the movies I'm looking forward to this year so far. So all Warner Brothers stuff to quantate. Yeah, for me it's Godzilla vs. Kong. I'm interested in Mortal Kombat. I'll say that. Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Legend of the Ten Rings, The Suicide Squad, Eternals, Spider-Man, No Way Home. So there's a lot I'm looking forward to. Oh, there's that Pixar movie. I think it's Luca. Yeah, there's a lot I'm looking forward to this year, but just taking it slow, just like last year. Once we start getting back into the flow of things going back to normal, I think everything will be awesome. Sorry, Kat. I know you're comfortable on my lap, but I have to lean forward to hit the counter, and I don't want to crush you. Anyway, controller right here. Push the play button right now. Enjoy this Marvel title screen or the theme because even though we'll be doing the last three movies, Infinity War, Endgame, and Spider-Man Far From Home, will not have this fanfare. Thor Ragnarok is easily the best Thor movie. Oh yeah, by default it is, and I like the first Thor. The second one's rough, but this one is hands down the easiest. Oh, by the way, that Marvel Studios logo. If you've never listened to the commentary by Taika Waititi, his additional lyrics. The lyrics that he added to the Marvel fanfare is just awesome. Are you excited for a Loki show? Because I'm not. I'm excited for it. I think it'll be weird and. But to be honest, in terms of MCU shows, the rest that are coming out this year, Loki is my least anticipated. I'm not going to count Falcon and Winter Soldier because that's coming out tonight. Oh, that poor bastard. But my next anticipated one would probably have to be Miss Marvel. Because it's always exciting to meet new characters in the franchise. She-Hulk comes out next year, 2022, but that one I think is going to be cool. There's Clancy Brown. Somebody asked me what I think of the original Mortal Kombat movie. I have not seen it. I own it digitally, and I'm going to review it before the new Mortal Kombat comes out. Walter Sorsa, welcome, says Black Critic Guy thinks that this movie is forgettable. I respect his opinion, but this movie is awesome. It is awesome. Oh yeah, Abomination, 2008. The Abomination is coming back for She-Hulk. Definitely a different tone than what I saw with Zack Snyder's Justice League. See, Gaming Dry Bones, the Loki that we're following in the Loki show, uh, is the Loki from the parallel timeline, not the one we've been following throughout the series. That one's dead. I would think the Abomination's look in She-Hulk is going to be the same but updated because it's Tim Roth. It might look a little similar to Tim Roth in the way that Mark Ruffalo's Hulk looks similar to Mark Ruffalo. So, out of curiosity, how many of you in the chat have seen Zack Snyder's Justice League? Love Hulk Ultimate Destruction. I wish they would do a soft remake of that game in the way they, Insomniac made a soft remade Spider-Man 2 or Ultimate Spider-Man, depending on your preference. I love how they incorporate the Immigrant Song in this movie beyond the trailer. Dun, dun, dun. Already with this scene, you could tell that it's a different Thor movie than what we saw before. And again, goes to show you how the clear distinction between the Phase 1 and Phase 2 movies, how good those are versus how amazing the Phase 3 movies are. That was easy. Um, oh, have a good night, Walter. And I don't think you ever mentioned you were from Finland. Nice. Huh? Never been to Finland, but I would like to go one day. Hello there, Nick on Twitch. Karl Urban. My stuff. That's so cliched. Yeah, I call them Dez and Troy. When you put them together, they destroy. Um. Okay, so not many of you have seen Zack Snyder's Justice League yet, so I'm not going to say anything. I'd honestly, I like the movie, but I'd rather focus on this. I have seen Loose, William Clark. I never reviewed it, but it was a really intense movie. I got to I had a brief conversation with the lead actor in that movie because it was followed by a Q&A that Perry Nemiroff from Collider hosted. Shake weight. You know the story behind Surtur. No, not Surtur. Curse is it? No, not Curse. What? Shit! I just blanked out on this character's name. But anyway, the story behind the shake weight. This is wrong. Is when Taika Waititi was filming Green Lantern, the studio just gave him shake weight. So when he was in the hotel room with nothing to do, he just mess around with a shake weight. Man, that is like that entire opening sequence. Let alone that title screen. That is just like a shot of adrenaline. It's like if you didn't care about the Thor series to follow, you're gonna care now. Gross. That's the same creature. That's that dragon creature that was in Guardians of the Galaxy Monsters After Dark at California Adventure. Scourge. Um, the comic Scourge was also the partner of another female Thor villain, Amora, also known as the Enchantress. Yeah, I'm surprised they never brought the Enchantress into this series, into the MCU. I guess they didn't want to confuse, since Suicide Squad did the Enchantress, their own Enchantress, a year before this movie. They probably were like, yeah, let's not do that. Yeah, Shrek has turned 20 years old. But to answer the question, what I think of the Shrek franchise, like the first one a lot. Love the second one. Third one's piece of shit. The fourth one's bad, but it's got some good moments. And I think Puss in Boots is underrated. It's funny to think that I didn't know that was Matt Damon until I didn't know that was Matt Damon playing fake Loki until I found out on the internet. I feel embarrassed for that. And it's funny that the middle Hemsworth brother is playing the one that nobody remembers is playing the fake Thor. Nick, on Twitch, are you talking about this? Thor Ragnarok was the first movie you saw with a girl during high school? Hello, Sam Neill. And it took me a while to realize that that was Sam Neill as well. Yeah, I feel so embarrassed that I felt so embarrassed watching this movie and not realizing that was Matt Damon as fake Loki and Sam Neill as fake Odin. You could tell that Anthony Hopkins actually is putting his all into this. Like in Thor: The Dark World, he just didn't seem like he cared about what he was doing. He just sleptwalked through it. Here, he's actually he's putting more effort into this one, even when he's playing even when he's playing Loki disguised as Odin. Grilled cheese and tomato soup. That's nice. Oh yeah, I heard that. I mean, that was a while since they announced the Shrek movie is going to be made by Illumination, which is, ooh. You're testing me, boy. Yeah, I love how they do an a cappella version of the Dark World score. Yeah, for Thor not being the brightest Avenger, he can sure see through Loki's bullshit. Yeah, we just had a week break from after WandaVision, and now we got Falcon and the Winter Soldier this weekend. God, it's exciting. In front of what I've heard, I watched Double Toasted's review for it, but I think that show's gonna kick ass. That's a fancy suit Loki's got, huh? Even if his hair is really greasy. So uh, that's how we explain Jane Foster. Uh, Gzilla 100 says, "Do you think the Godzilla series should come to an end?" No, like they keep rebooting it, keep doing different incarnations of it, and 67 years later, it's very unlikely the Godzilla series would ever end. Yeah, this year in terms of Disney Plus. Well, okay, let's see. What are all the MCU stuff that's coming out in 2021? Hello, Steven. We just visited you 2 days ago. But anyway, we had WandaVision. We have Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We got Black Widow, Loki, Shang-Chi, Legend of the Ten Rings. What If, Miss Marvel, Hawkeye, Eternals, and Spider-Man No Way Home. Wow, that's 10 stuff. Unless there's something I'm missing. Strange is not amused. Hello there, Friday the 13th. Yeah, it's a very brief role. Um, it's a very brief role, but I like that. I like this cameo from Strange just because, like, the MCU's just gotten to a point where some of the main actors could just pop in for cameos. Again, because they're so interconnected. And there's so much goodwill towards the franchise. Isn't Black Widow supposed to be the explanation for why she had to be the one to sacrifice herself to the stone? I'm not entirely sure. I mean, maybe. So wait, Thor's time on Earth and with the Avengers, he's never realized that you need a computer for emails. I love how Strange is in the film, but I'm glad he doesn't overtake it. Same here. Yeah, Strange is in this movie enough. And also, this is the only movie so far where Strange is wearing the yellow gloves. For 30 minutes! um, yeah, I love how Strange, compared to the compared to the movie where he's really starting to learn his place as the Sorcerer Supreme and getting used to the world of magic. By the time we get to Thor Ragnarok, he is super confident about being a wizard or master of the mystic arts. Um, how's Superman in the Snyder Cut? Without spoiling anything, and knowing that I despise Zack Snyder's take on Superman, especially in Batman vs Superman, he actually does feel like Superman this time around, and all it took was for him to die. Which, both the theatrical cut and the Snyder cut, that's a damn shame. Not. Wait, who? Who are you talking about, Dad? You know Loki secretly wants to say, now how does it feel to be the younger sibling? In the comics, Hela was Loki's daughter, not Odin's. Really? Wow, it really, really paints into perspective how, like, they'll take liberties with the comics and make changes for the MCU, but they still work. He had to be dead to be the real Superman, pretty much. Um, I know a lot of people don't like the the theatrical cut, and it's not good at all. Um, but one moment that I really loved in that movie that doesn't appear in the Snyder cut, and it's not a big complaint, um, is when Superman arrives to the scene and says, "Well, I believe in truth, but I'm also a big fan of justice," and then punches Steppenwolf in the face. Like it's such a corny line, but that's I wouldn't expect anything else from Superman. But yeah, I will say that Superman does act like Superman in Zack Snyder's Justice League. And and I was surprised at how much stuff that I thought was Joss Whedon's doing was actually Zack Snyder's. Boom! Love that. Oh yeah, I heard about Lightyear that Pixar's making, and I think Chris Evans playing the astronaut that inspires the Buzz Lightyear toy is great casting. Would I say that Justice League is Snyder's best movie? Best movie in terms of the DCEU movies he's made. My favorite movie of his so far is Legend of the Guardians. God, Cate Blanchett just like she really makes Hela the MCU's Maleficent. Ooh, that's not a good screen effect. See, when that happened, I knew that in the comics Steve Rogers wields Mjolnir and is worthy, but because of that moment, like I was just like, okay, well, we're never getting that scene. Huh? Yeah, this movie really does look different from the others. Oh, there goes Thor. Hello. Don't worry, Zachary Levi. You'll be in Shazam in 2 years. Yeah. Did anyone just kind of when those two were killed? Was anyone else just like, who are you again? I did know that Star Trek had an animated series, GZIL 100, and also I know Planet of the Apes also had one. God, the music, like just the mix of orchestral and synth is from Mark Mothersbaugh is just so good. Endless trash. Run, Thor. Yeah, this is just a more like who says the MCU is boring to look at? Huh? Oh yeah, Planet Hulk section. Since for some reason they couldn't make a solo Hulk movie thanks to Universal, they had to incorporate Planet Hulk segments into Thor Ragnarok. Another Invisible Man movie as a horror movie, as it should be, because the last time Universal tried to turn their monsters into superheroes was The Mummy, and we all know how that worked out. um, all right, take care, Gizel 100. ship just comes crashing in, and it even lands like it's operated by a drunk. Hi, Valkyrie, aka the new Queen of Asgard, or King, I guess. Since they talked about how she's going to be finding a queen in Love and Thunder. This movie. This really is the funniest movie of the series. It really is the funniest since the Avengers. And like I mentioned last week, it's Quentin Tarantino's favorite MCU movie. All right, so that Valkyrie just fell into, that's supposed to be a Bill Schneip, right? That Thor mentioned in the Avengers. Yeah, she just annihilated all of them. Thor should use the universal greeting. Are you talking about Ba Weep Grana Weep Nini Bomb? Alex, do you have the standard? Do you have the Steelbook of Mothra or just the standard DVD? Yeah, both actually. I got the Steelbook Blu-ray last month actually. Which, by the way, for those of you who are wondering what Ba Weep Grana Weep Nini Bomb is, that's the universal greeting that was introduced in Transformers the movie from 1986. Which actually, Marvel was associated with that movie. Yeah? There's Beta Ray Bill's head. Um, yeah, Marvel Productions. Um, yeah, Marvel Productions back in the day was a production company for Transformers the movie. Which makes sense considering that, like, if you're just gonna steal Galactus with Unicron, you might as well just get Marvel involved. I love this moment. It's like they just completely ignored what she said. You know, in the hands of a lesser writer, um, like with a conversation like that, it would have made no sense for the villain to just go, "Wait, did you just listen to a word? Did you not listen to a word I said?" Nick Sheets on Twitch says, "I just need 200 subs to reach 40K." So Nick, leave your put a link to your YouTube channel in the Twitch chat so I can copy it and then post it into the YouTube link, into the YouTube chat. Um, that way I can share it and probably get more people to subscribe. Cate Blanchett is Hollywood royalty, to be honest. And again, when people talk about, like, some people like to shun the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They don't play around in terms of getting these acting legends like Anthony Hopkins, Robert Redford, Cate Blanchett, Tilda Swinton. All right, so folks, Nick Sheets on Twitch gave me the link to his channel. If you're on YouTube, I'm posting it in the chat right now. Go check it out. The name of the channel is Unplanned Entertainment. Meanwhile, that's a great transition. Oh yeah, Michael Douglas is another one. I love how they're playing Pure Imagination from Willy Wonka. This looks like something straight out of Epcot, an Epcot ride. And then it just gets really weird. Thor's new look is in this just so happens to be my favorite look he's ever had. Just made me mad that he stopped looking like that in Endgame. Yeah. I like Fat Thor, though. God, I love Jeff Goldblum. Man, I'm so disappointed that we never got to see the Grandmaster and the Collector meet. Because they're brothers, I think. The closest we ever get to see the two of them meet is a painting in Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. This is also the first movie I watched that had Jeff Goldblum in it before I saw Jurassic Park. Really? Can you imagine Jeff Goldblum as the Scarecrow? Like if they made Batman triumphant, I think or no, Jeff Goldblum. I don't know if Jeff Goldblum was gonna be the Scarecrow, but or if it was somebody else. But I think I don't know. Yeah, burnt toast must be different on Sakar. Asgard. Um, yeah, unfortunately, Nick Sheets' Men in Black International didn't work too well. Like honestly, like some people have criticized Tessa Thompson in that movie for being the boring one out of the two, but she was. I actually preferred her to Chris Hemsworth in that movie because Chris Hemsworth was just an idiot. Howard Stern was going to be playing the Scarecrow. Thank you for the clarification, DeQuantate. And who was Jeff Goldblum? Like I heard Jeff Goldblum was going to be was considered for Batman Triumphant, or maybe I'm just thinking of something else. Huh. Asperger. Um, Man, I hope when I reach my late 60s, I can still look as good as Jeff Goldblum. And hello, Korg. I think of the right Batman movie. Okay. How does that work? All right, Doug's dead. So funny. Um, yeah, I was kicking myself when I didn't mention Korg at all in my review, my original review, or my top 20 list of 2017. But I think I rectified that mistake when I talked about. I did rectify that mistake when I did the recap in prep for Endgame. Amazing that that didn't crush any of them. Yeah, you think maybe next time, um, you'd think if you're that ashamed of Asgard's history, you'd paint over that mural. So yeah, I think having Jeff Goldblum play Baxter Stockman would have been too on the nose. He could have made it work, but it's just really a hey. Remember he was in The Fly. I love how just in 1 second, um, when Marvel's just gathering up Infinity Stones, um, yeah, when Marvel's just gathering up Infinity Stones throughout the MCU, people are like, "Wait a minute, what about that gauntlet we saw in Odin's treasure room?" And then in 1 second, it's like fake, because it's not even on the right hand. But funny if she accidentally fell through. Um, if you have Amazon Prime, you get the Kindle app. You can read Planet Hulk and World War Hulk for free. Yeah, I wanted to read. I want to read Planet Hulk at some point. I've not read World War Hulk, but I've seen Linkara go over it. And it looks like they make a lot of stupid decisions with that story. The dead live. Doesn't feel too good, huh, brother? Huh. Yeah, Thor really is in a place like why do you think I why do you why would you think I give a shit? It's like they already made they already told us in the trailers who that the champion is the Hulk. I love that line. Piss off, Ghost. Uh, but yeah, they already told us in the trailers that Hulk is the champion. But the build up to when we see Hulk and Thor fight in the arena is pretty great. There's a reference to What We Do in the Shadows. Um, I love how Thor is so indifferent to some of Loki's BS at this point in the film. That's like it's typical Loki. Yeah, I prefer Mario games. Sonic games are just kind of eh. There's some good ones, but Mario's just more fun to play. And I know there's a lot of great casting throughout this entire franchise, but man, Valkyrie, like Tessa Thompson, just kills this role. And I mean, I'm sure she's had a long career. I'm sure she's had a career before Creed, but ever since Creed, I've just been. Ever since Creed, I've just fallen in love with Tessa Thompson. I love how they put Stan Lee in that weird getup in the back, with the back, and just give him that weird hand machine. Have I played Peter Jackson's King Kong, the video game? I have. I like it. It's a fun game. I used to have it on the 360. I don't know what happened to it, and I'd like to get it to buy it again since I still have my 360, but that thing goes for a lot of money, so I don't think it's really worth it. I mentioned on Twitter that you've been stressed. I just want to say, I hope you're doing better. Oh, I am. Yeah, yesterday was just not not the best day between the the shootings that happened in Atlanta, where 8 people died, including 6 Asian women. Um, and just again the stress of the pandemic. It's really been it's been yesterday was pretty stressful, but I'm doing better. It's just right now I'm just tired because again, running off of 4 hours of sleep since I got up in the middle of the night to watch Zack Snyder's Justice League. Now, what's that weapon supposed to be that Thor has? Like, is it supposed to be? Is it supposed to electrocute someone? Because it doesn't look like it would be that effective, huh? Again, oh, there's that helmet, huh? Which looks much cooler than the first helmet that Thor had in the first movie. But again, um, they built up. Like, we know who it is. We know it's the Hulk, but the build-up is just pretty exciting. Yeah, I'm glad that the pandemic is nearing its end. But unfortunately, outside the pandemic, there's still a lot of work to be done. Yeah, this movie really did prove, if anything, that Chris Hemsworth is great at comedy. One of the few Australian actors that they tried to make the next It guy, and I think Chris Hemsworth is succeeding. Yeah, that weapon, we never saw what that weapon could do. So I guess it runs in the Odinson family where uh, everyone just does this. I mean, Thor didn't know that Banner's been the Hulk for 2 years. Bam. This is a brutal fight, at least for PG-13 standards. Um, Tim Curry or Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise? Bill Skarsgård. Tim Curry was a little too goofy and never really scared me. But Bill Skarsgård, holy shit. At least in the first It movie. That no work on Hulk. I love how he does the that puny god slam. Tom Holland or Tobey Maguire? Tom Holland. Bam. Yeah, I prefer Tom Holland's Spider-Man. It's crazy to think that in 2017, Marvel's biggest hitters um, all had movies. Wolverine, Spider Man, Iron Man, Captain America briefly appeared in those movies. Hulk and Thor in the same movie. And then you had the Justice League, which should have been a big event, but wasn't. Spider Man 2 or Spider Man Homecoming. I've made this perfectly clear on my channel several times, but Spider Man Homecoming. Spider Man Homecoming is my favorite live action Spider Man movie, but the best overall is Into the Spider Verse. Boom! Well, Hulk got a haircut. Well, I mean, Thor did too. In terms of range, who's the best, Oscar Isaac or Adam Driver? Um, I don't know. I guess Oscar Isaac, because I've seen him in more stuff than I have Adam Driver. Thunder, 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 thunder. Oh, boo. Andrew Garfield's a good Spider-Man. He's a terrible Peter Parker. Oh yeah, you're dead. Oh, Christopher Reeve's Superman. That's not even up for question. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I'll just stop you right there. It's, what's her name? Cate Blanchett is just so fun in this movie. Um, Henry Cavill's a good-looking guy. Friday the 13th. And it's really not his fault that people are divisive on his Superman. Um, it's mainly Chris Terrio and Zack Snyder's fault for him being the boring Superman that he is. Again, I think he's good in Zack Snyder's Justice League, but he's not given a whole lot to do in that movie. Like he gets about as much time as he did in the theatrical cut, maybe a little less. Hello, Heimdall. It's so nice to see Heimdall be more than just a doorkeeper. Oh yeah, that mural was in of that tree was where the Tesseract was held in Captain America: The First Avenger. Or at least there was a mural to that tree similar to that door. Christopher Nolan or Ben Affleck? I assume you mean Christian Bale. Um, I would say I would say uh, I don't know because Christian Bale's Bruce Wayne is a much better written character, but his Batman's kind of lacking. Whereas Ben Affleck does a good job at both roles, but I just can't get over the fact that he's a murderous psychopath in BVS. Oh, The Rock. The Rock would defeat the Rock over Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill, yeah. Hulk show you. There's a Hulk ass right there. I have not played Minecraft or Roblox, so I can't say. Mark Hamill over Hayden Christensen. No, I still have not watched Cobra Kai, so I have no comment on it. Yeah, this is the full. Again, we've seen hints of. Oh, I like the. Screw you, Thor. I like the Jack Kirby inspired production design. Um, shit, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I like how in again Age of Ultron you get hints of this Thor here, and then what by the time you actually get to Thor Ragnarok, it's finally realized. And talk about really like talk about really like changing a character around to being loved by everyone. Because really, among you guys out there, up until Thor Ragnarok, was Thor your favorite Avenger? I would assume most people would say no. I'm sure they did some modifications to Hulk's voice to make it deeper. Favorite video game? Oh, I like. Oh, there's a handful. Red Dead Redemption, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, um, Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Um, yeah, I actually like. I dig Generation 4 quite a bit. Really, Razorbike, Thor was one of your favorite Avengers before Ragnarok? Nice. I have not played Shrek Super Slam. Oh, they're starting to complete that Hulk mural. Ooh. Basically Shrek Smash Brothers. Ah, gotcha. Huh. I like how Hulk is more animalistic in the Avengers movies. Dude. I like how in the first two Avengers, Thor. Hulk is more animalistic. Doesn't help that you have two Avengers in the same movie that have four letters and one syllable. Uh, but then in Thor Ragnarok, Hulk is just pretty much like a child. Yeah, but I've always really enjoyed him. This just made me love him even more. I've seen many people say that Thor 2011 is underrated. It's I think it's a better movie than people give it credit for, but this is definitely the superior Thor movie. Um, let's petition for War of the Monsters 2. The first night be the best kaiju fighter yet. Might be the best. The first might be the best kaiju fighter yet. I'm not. I'm really. Y'all can do that. I'm not really about change.org petitions. Although I wouldn't mind seeing another giant monster fighting game. Please. Please. Hold on, folks. I gotta grab some water. Damn, that was fast. Holy Hulk. Again, Tessa Thompson was such good casting for this. Ed Norton makes for a great Bruce Banner, I think. Um, I think he's a better Bruce Banner than Mark Ruffalo. But Mark Ruffalo has the advantage of being Mark Ruffalo has the advantage of being the only actor to play both Bruce Banner and the Hulk, and he's got a great looking face for the Hulk. It's okay. We're good. We're all good here. Um, I read some of this. He wasn't. William Clark says Thor's number 6 in my favorite Avengers list, and Hawkeye was in front of him. Wow. Yeah, maybe it's because I'm a Marvel bitch, but I think Clint Barton doesn't get enough credit. Like in the first Avengers, I get it because he's under mind control most of the time, so he's not really much of a character. But the further we get along, the more I tend to like his character, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see him in the Hawkeye series, but I'm even more excited to see Haley Steinfeld as Kate Bishop. Access denied. That really would be a Tony Stark move to do. Hi, Natasha. I've never even heard of King Kong's Mansion. Um, is that an old game? It is, um, I forgot what I was going to say. Shit. I think Paul Rudd as Ant-Man is underrated casting. Yeah, there's really no casting, no actor in this series that I feel has been miscast. Well, okay, trying to think of some. Um, yeah, I really can't think of an actor that feels miscast in the MCU. I think everyone's perfectly cast in their roles. That doesn't okay. That doesn't sound like a real game. King Kong's Mansion. I gotta look that up. Lord of Thunder. That's a good. That's a really cool shot, even though it may have been digital. I hear of Luigi's Mansion, not King Kong's Mansion. Yeah, I can't. I tried looking up on Google. Let me look up on YouTube. Only Jeff Goldblum could casually uh, suggest a public execution the way he does. Oh, you were joking about that game. Wow, don't I feel like a fool? This sequence looks so cool. I think it's mostly CG, but God, like Jesus, the imagery in Thor Ragnarok, no matter how digital effects heavy it may be, is pretty Cool. Yeah, that wasn't gonna sit well with her at all. uh, Abomination 2008 on YouTube says, Friday the 13th. Imagine Friday the 13th, the game where Anakin replaces Jason and Tusken Raiders are the counselors. Uh, Change it to the younglings are counselors, and that'll be fun. That'd be a sadistic ass game. I think. Is there anyone that thinks? So, do you think it's safe to say that um, Thor Ragnarok has produced the most gifts out of any MCU movie? The Youngling Hunt in Battlefront 2 is a legit mode. In which Battlefront 2? Because I don't think I've ever played that before. Yeah, Banner didn't really need the sunglasses since these people recognize the Hulk, not so much Bruce Banner. The EA game had a Youngling Hunt? That's not right. I know there's Ewok Hunt, but there's no Youngling Hunt in that game. Thor, the new Battlefront 2 hasn't been updated since last April, I think, with the Scarif update, and so I don't think they didn't update they didn't put any new content up there since then. Oh, mod. Okay, got you. Mod. Okay, misread that. Yeah, I'm a console player, so that escaped me. Yeah? Yeah, I've seen some of the Battlefront 2 mods for the PC. I'm gonna have to look up that Youngling Hunt mod. Now is Revengers an actual like Revengers is not a real team in the comics, right? That's just a joke. That's just a joke for this movie, right? Yeah, he's still got that murderous look in his eye. No, Revengers is not a name in the comics. Gotcha. I figured as much. Oh, Xandar. The devil's anus. I like that. Thor's trying to do the fist bump and Banner just does a clap. Oh, Revengers is an actual team in the comics. Huh. Villain team. Gotcha. Just the look on Valkyrie and Bruce's face during that story. Have you played the Avengers game? I haven't. I'm waiting until it's made available, if it's made available on the PlayStation Store for free. Because it doesn't sound like a game that I'd want to invest uh, full price money into. God, the costumes in this movie are just so nuts. Rachel House is just so funny. All right, you have school tomorrow. Race your bike. All right, you have a good night. Yes, I have played Spider-Man on the PS4. Razor Friday the 13th. I actually did. I actually played a little bit of it on a couple weeks ago on Twitch on my 30th birthday. Yeah? Which again, if you guys don't follow me on Twitch, that's twitch.tv/Real Mr. Robinson, and the link is in the description below. I have not played Samurai Showdown or King of Fighters. Good talk. Yes. Get help. Oh shit. Best uh best MCU film. Which MCU film has the best acting and direction? I'd say Endgame probably has the best acting. Um Direction might have to go to Black Panther. Oh yeah, the Clone Wars. The Clone Wars 2003 micro series is coming to Disney Plus, but I don't think I think it's being released as a Legends thing. I don't think it's been claimed as canon anymore. I don't think it's been claimed as canon. It should, but since they're releasing it with the Ewok Adventures, then I think it's easy to believe that they're releasing that as like a Star Wars Legends section. Oh, Jeff Goldblum. Never change. You know, it's funny that Tessa Thompson was one movie away from a Creed reunion. Because the very next movie that would come out in the MCU is Black Panther, directed by Ryan Coogler, and has Michael B. Jordan as the villain. Gross. How did that joke get past Disney? That's what I want to know. Like Disney going, yeah, we're cool with having you guys putting an orgy joke in a Marvel Studios film. What do you think about Gina Carano being fired? Asks Abomination 2008. She had it coming. Like just the transphobic shit she's been saying, and comparing, and like saying that being a Republican is the equivalent of being a Jew during the Holocaust. It's like, fuck off. So that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Like she was told to stop like saying all these harmful stuff. She kept doing it, so eventually it was like, all right, Gina Carano, you're out of here. And plus, she was never a good actress to begin with, so not a huge loss. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. Yeah, that didn't end well for her. An interaction I would have loved to have seen is Tony and T'Challa. Oh, yeah. It's a shame that never happened. Even if Chadwick Boseman didn't pass away, they killed Tony Stark in Endgame, so that wasn't going to happen ever. Okay, so I got a question for those of you who are want to come. um, Korg is so clueless. So here's a question for those of you familiar with the comics more than I am. Has Ben Grimm ever encountered anyone within Korg's species? Yeah, you think? No, Ben Grimm has never had an interaction with Korg's race. Huh? That would have been I'm surprised that hasn't happened. That would have been an interesting. That would have been an interesting interaction. Just see how Ben Grimm reacts to seeing aliens that look like him. And we're out of the anus. Hello, Asgard. I mean, with the Clone Wars micro series, you could see it on YouTube as one whole movie, unless unless Disney started taking all that down in preparation for it coming to Disney Plus. No, it looks like it's been trimmed down significantly. Yeah, it's no longer. It doesn't look like it's available as a full blown movie anymore. Oh well. Oh yes. Sorry. There's another YouTuber whose videos I'm fond of. Leighton Eversole. He did some like retrospective. He does some retrospective big genre films. Some of them culty, like Dino De Laurentiis as King Kong, Friday the 13th, Halloween 4, Jaws 2. And he's putting up a video for Jaws the Revenge soon. Which, oh boy. Start binging 3 Disney cartoons from the late 90s and early 2000s. Kim Possible, Recess, American Dragon. I'm not familiar with the last one, American Dragon. I never watched Kim Possible, but I have seen episodes of Recess, and there are some parts of Recess that give me Community vibes. Very small parts. She's suiting up. Your brother's back, Hella. You know, you joke about that, Friday the 13th, but the actor that plays Jar Jar Binks, Ahmed Best, hosts a kids competition show on the Star Wars YouTube channel. Yeah, the older child versus the middle child. It's like, it can't be you. You're the worst. Disney's equivalent to Danny Phantom. Huh, interesting. Yeah, I think Danny Phantom came out around the time where I just kind of stopped watching cartoons, whether it was Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon. Oh, that's not good. Who is my favorite character in South Park? I don't know. Heard something of Gino Carano and Ben Shapiro. Shapiro Sharpio. I think it was Ben Shapiro. Either way, you heard about something about them making a movie together. Yeah, that's happening. That's a real thing. Yeah, Sharpio, which, considering that both of them are just terrible people, it makes perfect sense. Yeah, I didn't expect Thor to lose his eye. I guess in terms of South Park characters, I guess I don't know. I like Stan's dad. Like, I think he's pretty funny. I'm not sure most know this, but Ragnarok results in the death of all the Norse gods in the mythology, but Thor wouldn't die anyway because plot armor. Are you talking about in actual Norse mythology or in comic book, in Marvel Comics? Yeah, that didn't work out too well, did it? Do I watch Joe Rogan? No, I don't. um, I know this movie ramped up Thor, but I also like that this movie still paid respect to the first two with callbacks from them. Yeah? I don't... Randy Marsh, who is that? Randy Marsh, are you talking about the... Are you talking about baseball umpire? Because if you are, I don't pay attention to sports, so you're asking the wrong person. Hey, Min. I wonder if Shapiro and Corona will be in a romance movie. Who gives a shit what they're doing, really? Like, nobody's gonna see it. And it's probably gonna be awful. Okay, Leah, let me open up Safari, Nick, because I shut down Safari so I could preserve my battery. During these streams. Oh, it's a South Park character. Oh, Randy Marsh. Gotcha. Gotcha. Stan's dad. I'm not talking about Ben Shapiro at all. Like screw him. No, he's just a piece of shit. It'd be cool to see Rune King Thor in the MCU when Hemsworth gets older. He's basically the new Odin. And a young Odin defeated Surtur in the MCU. We'll see what happens. I mean, Chris Hemsworth's still pretty young. So, unless, like... We'll see how far the MCU can go without them just rebooting it at some point. Oh shit, here we go. Yeah. Love that shot. Power! Unlimited power! Spider-Verse Prime says in the chat. YouTube chat. Yeah, I know he's a god, but Thor is just on full blown god mode. And Valkyrie coming in like a boss. It would be amazing if the MCU lasted 20 more years without rebooting. Um, yeah, that'd be interesting to see. That's gonna be interesting to see since the main players are starting to take a back seat. Robert Downey Jr.'s done, and so is Chris Evans. I don't know how long Chris Hemsworth's gonna go, or Mark Ruffalo, but since they're really starting to bring in some new blood, it'll be curious to see how far this series can go. You Scourge, you coward. Along with the Avatar: Last Airbender, SpongeBob, Invader Zim, Hey Arnold, and the 2012 Ninja Turtle shows my favorite Nickelodeon shows. Nice. Yeah, I like the first 100 episodes of SpongeBob. The first 100 episodes on DVD, yeah. And then Avatar's fantastic. It's possible Iron Man might come back, but who knows because of time travel. I mean, that's true. There are rumors that Robert Downey Jr. is going to cameo as Tony Stark in Black Widow, which maybe makes sense because Tony Stark would still be alive by the time when that movie takes place. But, um, um, we'll see. Um, Even Cinema Wins didn't have the words for how epic this moment is. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, R.I.P. Revengers. Yeah, it still baffles me how this movie was such an adrenaline shot. Oh, you don't like Fairy Odd Parents or Fairly Odd Parents? I like that show quite a bit. What is this, Dad? That's my little box of dreams. Psh, oops. Oh, it's all right, son. My dreams shattered years ago. How many years ago? How old are you? Like Timmy's dad is the best. Um, who do you think is the worst actor in the MCU? Oh, that's tough. I would probably say I would go with it's a toss up between Christopher Eccleston in Thor: The Dark World as Malekith or Mickey Rourke as Ivan Vanko in Iron Man 2. The next big bad will be I mean the only two I can think of at the top of my head are Doctor Doom and Galactus. Although they're introducing Kang the Conqueror in Ant-Man the Wasp: Quantumania. Oh no, I do not agree with about Brie Larson. Goji 98. I'm in the minority of people that thinks that Brie Larson's great in Captain Marvel. I think you need to give her another chance with the sequel, because again with Marvel, one of the brilliant things about this franchise is that if there's something that doesn't work quite as well as others, they'll see that and go, okay, we'll try this. And I mean, look what it did for Thor. Like, it did wonders for Thor. So I think Brie Larson's great as Carol Danvers. And if they manage to turn Thor around, they can do that for Captain Marvel. There she goes. This scene spawned thousands of memes. Yeah. I think this might be the most memed MCU movie. It has to be. Uh, Meanwhile, in the background... The answer that every Godzilla fan gives when trying to defend King of the Monsters from critics. I mean, I like that movie, but at the end of the day, it's like Alexander, Godzilla King of the Monsters is not good, and it's one of the worst movies of 2019. How could you like it? Big monster. Many hate on movies with females being the main characters or strongest. They immediately scream feminist propaganda. Yeah, I don't know. In my mind, like, that's just a bunch of very overly sensitive man babies. I mean, there are some movies out there that are bad, just not because they have female leads in them. It's just they're bad movies. Oh, there goes Asgard. Okay, I gotta mention this. My favorite, that's also become a meme. One of my favorite memes was, one of my favorite memes to come out of Thor Ragnarok is you have, like, it's the photo of Asgard being, like, blown away by fire. And in that fire, you have Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, and Suicide Squad. But the only movie that's not being burnt up in the fire is Wonder Woman. Then it cuts to Korg saying, as long as the foundations are strong, we can rebuild. And then the shot of Asgard blowing up has Justice League on it. And Korg's like, oh, now those foundations are going. Sorry. Poof was only one of the things that started making the show go to shit. They got rid of some of the main characters and replaced them with obnoxious ones. Yeah, I'm not familiar with... I guess I stopped watching when Poof came around. I guess I'm more familiar with the earlier episodes of Fairly Odd Parents. King of the Gojira 98 says King of the Monsters was good until they blew up the ice. So basically, for you, once the monsters start popping up, the movie goes downhill. Is that correct? Worst Godzilla opponent, Gabara. Oh no, actually not Gabara. I take that back. The giant condor from Ebirah Horror of the Deep. Like it comes out of nowhere, and is probably the worst the worst shot and the worst edited fight sequence in the entire franchise. What do I think of the original Karate Kid? I have not seen it. I have not seen the original Karate Kid. I like that moment. Like, he's king, but he can still turn around, look at his subjects, and just go, hey. Still love this movie. I don't think anyone would argue that this isn't a good movie. Like, it's just so... It's bonkers. It's pretty. Like, I love the Jack Kirby-inspired production design. And yeah, this really was the movie that Thor desperately needed. And, yeah, 2017 was an amazing year for comic book movies, because you had Lego Batman, you had Logan, you had Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, you had Wonder Woman, Spider-Man Homecoming, Thor Ragnarok, and then you got Justice League, but whatever, that's fine. Oh yeah, I've seen the Fairly Odd Parents Jimmy Neutron crossover. The weirdest thing is that when Goddard, Jimmy Neutron's robotic dog, becomes a giant robot, it looks straight. It has the chest of Mechagodzilla from the Heisei era, which is bizarre. Whatever. Yeah, this awesome movie. So thank you guys for tuning in for this watch party for Thor Ragnarok. Still think it's great. And if nothing else, I liked Zack Snyder's Justice League, but this more just paints a clear picture of why I feel like Marvel succeeds where the early DCEU didn't. And even with Zack Snyder's and even with me liking Zack Snyder's Justice League, it's totally a different movie, but I'd take Thor Ragnarok any day of the week. But then next week when we get to the two big ones, that's really gonna put into perspective why those movies work. Where Zack Snyder's Justice League is just good. Fuck. Spoke too soon. Next week, guys. The one... next week, next Tuesday, next Thursday, we've got the double hitter of Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. Which, if I hadn't delayed this watch party by a week due to technical difficulties, then... we could have... Tonight could have been Endgame. So yeah, we're going to let the credits run by until we get to the final stinger. Abomination 2008 says, "Are you religious?" I'm not talking about that. There's some things that there's some things that I just don't feel comfortable talking about on a public platform. I honestly thought Thanos was going to be redeemed in Endgame. He wiped out half the universe. Why would he need redemption? Like, he's a genocidal maniac at the end of the day. He had his reasons, and some of them were even proven. but at the end of the day, he committed genocide, which, again, I know most of you in the chat have still not seen it, but, again, some of you still haven't seen it, but, when people tell me, man, Thanos has got nothing on Darkseid, after seeing Zack Snyder's Justice League, I'm like, are you sure? Because again, me saying that I like Zack Snyder's Justice League does not excuse it from some of the major problems that it has. Which, after I get off this stream, I'm going to start editing my review for the movie. And hopefully have it up to you guys by tomorrow morning, and I'm going to hopefully get a good night's sleep this time. Yeah, we'll get into the discussion about Thanos next week, but but I like, yeah, I have things to say about the idea that Thanos did nothing wrong. Tell that to Monica Rambeau, who thanks to Thanos did not see missed out on her mother's death. Vader was redeemed in the eyes of Anakin and us, the audience. If we're talking about in universe, and we'll get to Star Wars. We'll do Star Wars watch parties in May, but Vader was redeemed in the eyes of Luke Skywalker and us, the audience. As far as the rest of the galaxy is concerned, Anakin Skywalker is long dead, and Vader was a completely different being. It's different. It's different between Vader and Thanos. Anyway, we'll get into that next week with Infinity War and Endgame. Thank you guys for joining me for Thor Ragnarok. If you watch me on YouTube but you do not follow me on Twitch, that is twitch.tv/RealMrRobinson. William Clark says Mark Motherbaugh's score is so good. Yes, it is. Anyway, on Twitch, I stream every Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Unfortunately, I will be taking this weekend off just for mental purposes. I've been exhausted this entire week, especially with yesterday being as stressful as he did. Yeah, I don't agree with that at all, Friday the 13th. Vader did do a lot wrong. I don't know. I'm not getting into that. Anyway, yeah, I'm taking this weekend off with streaming on Twitch. But I will be back on Twitch and YouTube Tuesday with Avengers Infinity War. But if you follow me on Twitch, but you do not subscribe to me on YouTube, that is youtube.com/TheRealMrRobinson. It's my main hub of entertainment where I put out movie reviews and sometimes TV show reviews. Tomorrow, I will have a review up for Zack Snyder's Justice League. And this weekend, since I'm not streaming, I will have a review up for episode 1 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. All right, we're at the stinger. I love the short film that came with Thor Ragnarok, where the Grandmaster's living on Earth. What is with the hair? Yeah, that stinger is only there for comedy purposes. Thor will return in Avengers Infinity War. Yep. Yeah, I don't know if I can trust people that say the Empire are the good guys. Yeah, it's yeah, whatever. Anyway, if you all like what I'm doing financially, if you all like what I'm doing on YouTube or Twitch, you want to help support financially, you can go to patreon.com/the real Mr. Robinson. If you pledge to the $3 tier, you'll get reviews for individual episodes. I have reviews up for WandaVision episodes. I reviewed the entire series, but on Patreon you'll get exclusive episodes. And I'll be doing a spoiler-free review on YouTube for everyone of Falcon and the Winter Soldier episode 1. But on Patreon, I'll be doing a spoiler-filled review for Falcon and the Winter Soldier and all the other episodes from there on out. If you can't support the channel financially, that's totally fine. Subscribing to me on YouTube or following me on Twitch is definitely good enough. I appreciate the support on every level. And until next time, this is the real Mr. Robinson telling you there's only one.